have a romance. She was like, your characters have to have a life, but it has to be elastic enough, flexible enough to where they're running around, having their romance, involved in a murder mystery, but yet they're still working, eating, and living. So
Mhm.
your book falls into cozy, and it's a small town cozy because your setting is Lakeshore View, Texas, which is
Yeah.
and you have your different scenes. And so I think as African Americans, but we shouldn't classify what you just said. You need to more Black authors. You should look at different categories because you can open yourself up to different readers because other people want to know our experience too and read our books
Right.
too. It's just classifying them so they get out there to the platforms. So
Correct. You said it so perfectly. So perfectly you said that. So I hope y'all taking hints from her because I mean she won the award for a reason, so she's dropping knowledge. I mean, come on, eat it up, okay? So we're gonna backtrack, as you know, it's fun time question. So remember we talked about you writing a novel and from the woman's standpoint. hmm
mhm.
So here's the fun question: if you can co-author a book with any male and have a male and female poetry book, who would it be and what will the book be about?
You say
hmm
anybody?
Any male, any male, author, artist, TV personality, news anchor, any male, who would it be?
I was. I don't want to. I don't want to say Denzel because I was on another podcast and they were like, "Oh yeah, of course you're gonna say Denzel because he's your age." But Denzel.
But okay, so we got Denzel,
hmm
and what would the title of the book be and why?
Uh, it would be called Pelican Bay.
So is that Bay BAY or Bay
But
BAB?
because okay, Training Day is one of my favorite movies, and I hate the fact that I shouldn't say hate. Let me take that back. He won his Oscar off of being a villain, and he is the furthest thing from what I see off screen as a villain. But it's an iconic role, and so a role. So I would name it Pelican Bay because he was like, "You think you can do this to me?" So so we would have poetry based on what do you think you could do to me or what could I do to you? You know what I'm saying? In life, sports,
I'm
love.
sorry. My
Am I
mama just went,
crazy?
"No." You said, I'm sorry. The
And
last
then
two
he,
people I had were erotic writers. And when you said, what can I do to you? Or what can you do? My head just went straight there, like, hey, you about to have that
no.
for me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And you talk about erotic. Now I'm gonna have to go find the things. So that was one of the hardest thing in my romance book because I'm like, Jesus Christ, my mom, my grandmother who's 96 has my book and everybody I was like, I can't write like the smut scenes. So I had to try to keep my love my love scenes classy and leave it to imagination.
Well, that
So
is
if I
great.
write an erotic, it's gonna be in a pen name. It's gonna be Pelican Bay. No, I'm just playing.
But I understand that. I do understand that. There are authors who do um I know one of them who actually wrote an erotic book and she wrote a poetry erotic and I will say home style erotic, but they were the same book. But all she did was change one of them to a pen name and expound on the other. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Mm.
yo, like, where do you do that at? Like, that is genius. But what she did was she got a whole group of people, and they didn't realize that they were writing the same book, but just one she expounded on, and the other one she kept it clean or semi
Mm-hmm.
clean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Put
So
that.
what she said, she was entertaining the angel and the devil, and they didn't know it. I said, "You crazy?" But when I read it, it
Mm.
was like, and the poetry titles is the same. Not, I mean, the poem titles in the book are the same, but they just expound on two different ones. It was
One
crazy,
was
but it was
it
pretty.
was an explicit version and one wasn't.
Yes, so it was like the CDs we had back in the day when you had to put that little what X on it
A
or
little
whatever we said.
parental advisor. Yeah.
Right, right. So we had Denzel Washington. So